Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Steve's Guitars. We are coming to you live from Carbondale, Colorado on a nice, warm summer night where it's too warm to do much of anything at all except listen to great music. When you're here with us, you're in the right place. Before we get started, we want to send a shout-out to some of our primary sponsors. We want to thank PM Consulting Limited and Feldman Wirtz Law Firm. These folks are up in Aspen. They, through their generous contributions, they allow us to live stream, and we're very grateful for that. We want to send a shout out to GrassRoots Community Network. They host our streams. They're the nation's first and oldest community access station. We wouldn't be doing this without their help. A shout out to the Standiford clan for having this amazing space. And a shout out to First Bank. They also contribute to things around here. Lastly, a shout out, but not leastly, to those of you that are here or online with us tonight. Supporting live music's a great thing to do. The artists surely appreciate your support, as do we. And with any luck, you'll walk away from this with a smile on your face and some new tunes rolling around in your head. Without any further ado, please welcome the Flinns.
Thank you. As I was saying to a few of y'all earlier, I still got to get used to hearing that, the Flinns, because for the last 8 years it's been my solo career, Max Flynn featuring Brittany Flynn, which was just kind of a mouthful anyways, you know, so this makes a lot more sense to us. So we're just a couple months old into this journey together as full-timer husband and wife. Well, we've been married much longer, 7 years, but full-time as a duo musically, and we're just getting the hang of things. So tonight's going to be a lot of the kind of the older cuts of mine with Brittany helping me out on harmonies, and then a few of the new duets that we've been writing as well, and some Johnny and June and stuff like that mixed in there every once in a while. This is one of my older ones called If I Didn't Love You. Why would I try so hard just to be where you are? If I didn't love you, if I didn't love you, why would I walk these miles just to see your sweet smile? If I didn't love you, well, if I didn't love you, I never would have seen the way the moonlight rays fall gently down your skin. Never would have felt how I'm feeling now, and I will right until the end. Every prayer I prayed, every wish I made, never would have come true. Well, if I didn't love you. With a heart run down and out, if I didn't have you, might have been on my own down a lonely road with no one to come home to. Every prayer I prayed, every wish I made, never would have come true. Well, if I didn't love you, no, it never would have come true. If I didn't love you, baby, if I didn't love you, thank you. This is what we like to call, we've learned a little bit about this, I guess, over the last 7 years of being married. Domestic dispute
We've
country.
only been married for 5.5.
What?
I don't know. I don't know why
Time's
you're saying
flying by. I'm
7.
having so much fun.
What the? I didn't say anything the first time. I was like, maybe you just said that accidentally.
My bad, baby. I slipped out of the house about sundown while Mama was washing her hair. Yeah, you can bet your bottom dollar she'll come looking for me when she finds out that I'm not there. And if she catches her sweet thing out running around, I know there'll be the devil to pay. She'll come blowing like a cyclone right through that door, and I can hear exactly what she'll say.
Well, has anybody here seen Sweet Thing? I got a notion there'll be any different way. 'Cause when my sweet thing is out tomcatting around, he finds a sandbox like this to play. I wanna tell all you barroom roses, if my sweet thing does happen by, you better take my advice, and if you think more than twice, you better have something in your eye.
She ain't kidding either. I give my baby all my money on payday, except the little she don't know that I've got. 'Cause there's a cute little waitress down at the corner cafe, and I swear she likes me quite a lot. Yeah, we were sitting in the back booth, just having a chat. She was believing every word that I said, till that front door blew open and Brittany walked in, yelling loud enough to wake the dead.
Well, has anybody here seen Sweet Thing? I got a notion there'll be any this way. 'Cause when my sweet thing is out tomcatting around, he finds a sandbox like this to play. I wanna tell all you barroom roses, if my sweet thing does happen by, you better take my advice, and if you blink more than twice, you better have something in your eye. You better take my advice, and if you blink more than twice, you better have something in your eye. Sweet thing.
Domestic dispute country, that's what
And that is not one of our songs, and we do not condone that behavior, by the way. Just FYI.
it's true. Yeah, because he's really just talking about cheating the whole time. Yeah, that's
Right.
But you know, these old country duets, man, they were like seemingly in love with each other on stage, but they were just singing about cheating on one another the whole time. Kind of wild. This is for my friends from Dallas with the long necks over there. This is your song right here. Because it's called a long neck, but it's a bit of a pun. So I wrote this kind of as a joke, and it's really dumb. It's really stupid, actually. But I have this little like publishing deal in Nashville where I go and try to write songs for other people, and I always thought this would be such a great song for like Toby Keith, you know. May he rest in peace. I know. You got your Michelob lighters, your Jack all-nighters, umbrellas, and a funny class. Your I love you drums, somebody blowing chums, your lower middle, upper no class. Yeah, there's a few things that set us apart, but we're all here in this bar. So can't we all just get along, Nick? Let's tip 'em all back until we forget. Yeah, there ain't much we agree on, but man, it's simple. Let's sip on something till we meet in the middle. Can't we all just get along, Nick? You got your reds and blues, your flip-flops and boots, your Chevrolets and fall apart Fords. And I could go on and on about right or wrong, but it's a losing game keeping score. So can't we all just get along, Nick?
get along, Nick. Yeah, well, there's a few things that set us apart, but we're all here in this bar. So can't we all just get along, Nick? Step 'em on back, step 'em on back until we forget. Yeah, there ain't much we agree on, but man, it's simple. A sip on something till we meet in the middle. Can't we all just get along, Nick? Can't we all just get along, Nick? Cheers. The irony of that song is I don't even drink, right? Because I'm recovered alcoholic of many years, 12 years sober to be exact. But it's good for me, not for everybody. Obviously, my wife, she can handle her alcohol very responsibly. And I enjoy when she drinks. She gets kind of fun, you know? Yeah. It was the opposite for me.
Yeah.
I'm allergic. I break out in handcuffs. You know what I mean?
Ooh, ooh.
Yeah. Story time. But I do know my role as a country singer. That's to come into bars and sell a bunch of alcohol, with the exception being here, of course, because you don't have that. This is going to be the Flinns' next release. A lot of people think there's only two types of music, country and western, but there's a third type of music, and that is cowboy music. It is it's a genre that just lives in its own distinct land. I think it's a lot of storytelling, and it just puts you in a place, which this song always does for me. This is something my dad used to play for me when I was a kid, when we were on our deer lease in a place called Falfurrias, Texas. It's way deep South Texas, and we were down there, and he would always play this song over and over again. I thought it was like the hokiest thing in the world, but like a lot of things, you know, you think your parents are kind of silly, but you grow up and you're like, they were kind of cool after all, you know? And so this song has just always stuck with me, and it's only been recorded one time by a guy named Don Edwards, and Brittany and I just put our spin on it. We were just playing it for a friend in his living room one day, and kind of as a joke, right? And they're just goofing around, and he was like, oh my gosh, like, keep going, you got to play that. And so we got to the point where we kept playing it out, and then we decided to record it. So I think this is the one. If any of them tonight are going to get stuck in your head, it might be this one. It's called Coyote. There was a cowboy I knew in South Texas. Well, his face was burned deep by the sun. Part history, part sage, part mesquite. He was there when Pancho Villa was young, and he'd tell you a tale of the old days, when the country was wild all around. Sit out under the stars of the Milky Way and listen while the coyotes howl. And they go, ooh, yip, ooh, yip, ooh, ooh, yip, ooh, yip, ooh, ooh, yip, ooh, yip, ooh, ooh, yip, ooh, yip. Now the longhorns are gone, and the drovers are gone, the Comanches are gone, and the outlaws are gone. Geronimo's gone, and Sam Bass is gone, and the lion is gone, and the red wolf is gone. And Willie cursed on the roads and the old man, and he cursed the automobile. Said this is no place for an hombre in this new world of asphalt and steel. And he'd look off someplace in the distance at something only he could see. He'd say all that's left now of the old days are these damned old coyotes and me. And they go, ooh, yip, ooh, yip, ooh. 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 Now the longhorns are gone, and the drovers are gone, the Comanches are gone, and the outlaws are gone. Now Quantro's gone, Stanawati is gone, and the lion is gone, and the red wolf is gone. And one morning they searched his adobe. He disappeared without even a word. But that night as the moon crossed the mountains, one more coyote was heard. And she goes, ooh, yip, ooh, yip, ooh. 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 Ooh, yip, ooh, yip, ooh.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're gonna be yipping like coyotes when you lay your head down tonight. Okay, that's the one. Okay, here's another thing I want you to think about when you go to bed tonight. Does anyone know the only way to get there, to get anywhere?
How do you get anywhere?
You gotta go. Am I
Yeah.
right? So that was my brilliant.
not a
idea.
riddle.
That was my brilliant idea for a song, and I said, Brittany, I got it. I was like late at night. I said the only way to get there is to go. And she's like, yeah, it's just kind of. She's more of a. She's a math teacher. Brittany was a math teacher. Logical, kind of very literal thinker. Didn't see the bigger. Didn't see the bigger
No,
picture.
you were bringing me the idea when I was already asleep in bed.
And that's another
that's why,
time where you don't
okay?
want to talk to her.
Don't wake me
Hungry, tired, yeah. But anyway, so. But this is kind of one of those duets that I was talking to you about that Brittany and I have begun to write together, and you know, I was talking to a few of you briefly before, and I mean we're in a new chapter of life here. We put all of our things into storage in Houston, Texas, on June something or other, the first week of June.
May.
Was it the end of May?
End
We
of
put all
May.
of our things into storage. Our lease was up on the place that we've been living for
You can say 7 years on that one.
7 years.
It was 7 years. Yeah.
Truly, it was truly.
We
7.
actually lived together before that. But.
Yeah. And so, and we just were like, listen, what's the point? You know, because we do this every summer. We're like, why are we paying all this money in rent? We're living out of our trailer, and we just decided, you know, we've been wanting to move on from that place for a while. So all of our things are in a storage shed. We're living out of our trailer. We sold Brittany's car. We're a one-car family and a one-trailer family at this point, which is it's a really freeing experience. Actually, I think we're going to look back on this chapter and be really glad that we did what we're doing. You know, and we feel called to making music together, and we know that one thing for sure. I mean, there's a lot. Look, the journey is completely unpredictable. Life is uncertain, but the only thing we could be sure of is that we're not gonna have to regret not trying, you know, not giving it a go. So here's the only way to get there.
Got
picture on the wall of Yosemite Falls. I can picture myself underneath. Got a screensaver sunset somewhere on the coast, but I'm landlocked looking for the key.
I've been reading a book about Alaska, or daydreaming about the last frontier, looking for the right time to make the move. I've been saying that here every year. We gotta go if we wanna get there, to see what's waiting on the wilder side. We gotta go if we're gonna get there. So let's put it in drive. We only get one life to find out what we don't know. The only way to get there is to go.
Working a job that don't suit my dreams. I was built for something more. There's a whole lot of people missing out, cause they never walk through the door.
We're trying to keep up with the Joneses, but we're the only ones keeping score. And there's no time like the present. So what are we waiting for? We gotta go if we wanna get there, to see what's waiting on the wilder side. We gotta go if we're gonna get there. So let's put it in drive. We only get one life to find out what we don't know. The only way to get there is to go. We gotta go if we wanna get there, to see what's waiting on the wilder side. We gotta go if we're gonna get there. So let's put it in drive. We only get one life to find out what we don't know. The only way to get there is to go. Yeah, the only way to get there is to go. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, we got it recorded and sounds really good. So
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's good feedback to get. Yes.
I
It could. I kind of feel like that could do it.
yeah, I think our if we have a mission or a purpose, you know, it's that life just kind of is mean sometimes. You know, it can kind of eat you up and spit you out and just be tough and hard. You know, and so we get this hour to 90 minutes with people to just encourage and bring people some joy for at least an hour, and music can.
Sometimes we get encouragement from you all, so thank you.
And yeah, and it's a time when we can all just be present in the moment, you know. And we've had some. It's interesting. I mean, we've had some viral success online, you know, hundreds of thousands. One of them went to 1 million with 8,000 comments. But it's not real. It just doesn't feel.
It's not like a song went viral.
I'd take 4 of us and 5 of us. Sorry, Ralph. I take 5 of us. I'd take 5 of us in a room just like sharing a moment like this over millions and millions of views on TikTok. It's like, it's this quick hit of dopamine, and you're like, I don't know any of these people. This is so strange to me. Yet in this world that we're in the world of making music, that is truly the goal now. You know, it's become that. I have friends in Nashville that don't even do what we do. They don't even go around the country and play songs and meet people in person. They're all focused on how many videos can I put out per week, you know? And to me, that would just be, that. It would just be missing
our goal, our point.
missing the mark, of what music's supposed to be, I think, you know? That's a whole other discussion. I could keep you for 90 minutes.
Yeah. They're here for the
Talking
music.
about that, but
Oh, that's beautiful.
I love that, by the way.
Oh.
I retired. Believe it or not, I retired at the age of 27, I think, from a career in oil and gas, which is what everybody does in Houston. I went and got my finance degree, and I was in the energy trading world for a little bit and climbing the ladder. And all I really wanted to do was this, you know. I didn't care for how many people. I just wanted to do this. And obviously it's not the most lucrative decision you could ever make with your life. But for some reason, I don't know why. I think I'm trying to learn. I'm starting to get it. But it's just, God is just keeps providing, you know, over and over and over again. Even when we look at the month or two ahead and we're like, yikes, this is going to be, we don't have much lined up here. And then just, you know, we get an email or a call or something happens, you know, and
Yeah, exactly.
that's exactly right. Enron was a little before my time, but yes, I completely understand what you mean. So that's what we're doing. Here we are. This is a cover, but it's a song that we love to sing, and it's been done by lots of people. Emmylou Harris has done a great version of it. It's a Townes Van Zandt song. It's called "If I Need." If I needed you, would you come to me? Would you come to me and ease my pain? If you needed me, I would come to you. I would swim the seas for to ease your pain. In the night, for Lord, when the morning's born and the morning shines with the lights of love,
You will miss sunrise if you close your eyes, and that would break my heart in two.
if I needed you, would you come to me? Would you come to me and ease my pain? If you needed me, I would come to you. I would swim the seas for to ease your pain. The lady's with me now, since I showed her how to lay her lily hand in mine.
Lupin Lil agreed, she's a sight to see, a treasure for the poor to find.
If I needed you, would you come to me? Would you come to me and ease my pain? If you needed me, I would come to you. I would swim the seas for to ease your pain. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I've been done by a lot of people. What, you know, Townes Van Zandt's kind of like one of those guys, like Bob Dylan. These songs are just confusing. I don't know some of the lyrics. I don't know any idea what he's talking about. You know.
That's
Yeah.
why. Yeah.
Speaking of,
Yeah.
my drummer, we have a band back home. It's too expensive to bring him out here. Nor would I want to be with them for that long. The only way that this really works is that me and my wife, we call it a tourcation. That's what we affectionately call this. And we play a few shows on the weekends, and then we love the outdoors, so we're camping and fishing and hiking and all that good stuff By the way, while you're here, one of our favorite trails, we did this on our honeymoon because we haven't been in this area since 20. When was that, honey?
2020 maybe. 2020 maybe. 2019 was our honeymoon, but I don't remember if we were here on there. Yeah, 7 years ago.
7 or so years ago, we were on our honeymoon. Our honeymoon, by the way, was exactly what we're doing now. It was a big music tour.
Yeah. Where were we?
We put our marriage.
It's outside of Aspen. Is that the one you're talking about?
Oh, sorry, American Lake. We would highly recommend that one. It's 2.5 miles
great.
up, and it's
it's
beautiful.
3.3.
Whatever.
I mean, 2.5 and 3.3
You don't want to scare
are
them
a little
away,
different.
You know? Just give them a sandbag it a little bit. Okay, so here's what I've learned after.
Aren't you going to tell them about the hike? It has like a beautiful turquoise lake at the top. It's so pretty.
Yeah, you cut through the aspen forest, and then it turns into pine forest, and then it's a beautiful alpine lake with.
It's really beautiful. And
rocky
then
shores.
There are these. What are they called? Green.
These beautiful trout. Yeah, greenback fish that are very rare in this part of the state. And anyway, when we came in July, they were biting anything we were throwing at them. So today we brought up our fly rods and we didn't.
There was not a fish in sight.
See a
so,
fish, yeah.
And they're this blood red color. They're beautiful, but I don't know why they're called green. Maybe they have green on them too. But
yeah, it was our first big fight actually of being married because she mishandled the net.
No, that was you.
And we lost the fish.
And then the rod. The first time we went after the fish.
That was a hard pill to swallow.
The top part of the fly rod broke in half, it snapped.
We were just learning.
And then you blame me that I didn't put it on right.
Anyway, that's a good segue into this next song.
It's a beautiful area. You should do it.
This is what I've learned. This is what we've learned after 7 years of marriage here. So
7 years.
It's called. This is one of our old duets. It's called "Lovin' and Bickering." She likes to under-season the chicken. She likes to throw away my hats. She likes to holler when I leave that toilet seat up, but I told her that I like it like that. It's hard to let go, cause you just never know when you need that cardboard box. Just close your eyes and you'll realize nothing wrong with my mismatched socks. We make each other mental with the minor things we do, but it wasn't accidental that I wound up with you. So here's to forgiving and forgetting and building each other up tall, hand in hand together through it all. Loving and bickering, loving and bickering.
He likes to burn his waffles in the morning. He likes to pass around his gas. He likes to raise his voice at the evening news, yelling, "Kiss my," asking me to hurry up, won't get me out that door.
That's a true story.
Plus we ain't going anywhere anytime soon with his keys on the washroom floor.
We make each other mental with the minor things we do, but it wasn't accidental that I wound up with you. So here's to forgiving and forgetting and building each other up tall, hand in hand together through it all. Loving and bickering, loving and bickering. Loving on the way to church, bickering in the pew. Love each other so much it hurts, we'll bicker until we're blue. Back and forth like an old seesaw, that's how it goes. On and on as sure as the wind blows. Loving and bickering, loving and bickering, loving and bickering.
Thank you.
Love and bickering. It's a healthy balance, you know what I mean? There's a line in there that I don't know if a lot of people understand. I said that she likes to give me a hard time when I like to keep the cardboard boxes. And for a while, you know, it's like, you have a point. There's a lot of boxes. But in my mind, I'm like, you never know when we're going to need these. And what happened when we went to move, we needed every last one of them.
No, I'm talking about like
all sizes.
iPhone box. I'm like, what do you need an iPhone box for?
You never know.
Like that kind of stuff. Like, what are you going to pack in there?
You
No.
know what I mean?
No.
But a lot of those boxes came in handy, didn't they?
No. Yeah, or just like clutter. You like boxes, okay. Okay, all right. If they can be out of sight, out of mind. I get
That's
it.
my whole
But we were
point.
in a
Thank
small
you.
apartment. It's a little different.
He
you
gets
know.
it.
Okay, all right.
He gets it.
It's just, I think for us, it's like one of us likes minimalism and one of us likes to collect things. And I don't know if it's like that in a lot of relationships. If one is a minimalist more so, or a hoarder and one's not, or what, but that's definitely us.
If you think I'm a hoarder, you ought to watch the TV show, honey, okay?
Not to that, not to that extent. But you hoard things, like even in the song, the hats.
I'm trying
Throw
to
away
lead
your
into another
hats.
song right now, and you're still going on about
Just
that.
saying. Hoarding guitars. Some call it collecting, right?
We got myself, born and raised in Houston, represented here, and some Dallas folks in the back. So it's an appropriate song for this moment. This is my first time I ever got on the radio in Texas with this song. It's an old Max Flynn deep cut. It's called Anywhere But Austin. I broke down on the roadside south of San Antonio. A little lucky strike in the pouring rain. I flagged down a trucker, he asked me where I was going. I said I'm going insane. He let me ride shotgun on 18 wheels of freedom. He said my final destination's Baton Rouge. I got a list of cheap motels in the back if you need one. So buddy, where am I dropping you? Anywhere but Austin on a Friday night, 'cause that's where the Leroy brothers play. She'll be out there dancing while some stranger holds her tight. And I know I'll do something stupid. She'll have something mean to say. But I've already done my breaking down today. We parted ways at a Super 8 in Waco. Half a mile from a high school buddy's house. So I looked him up, I said I'm in town. He said I've got a ride, we can make the rounds if you want to. I said I'd love to. Anywhere but Austin on a Friday night, 'cause that's where the Leroy brothers play. She'll be out there dancing while some stranger holds her tight. And I know I'll do something stupid. She'll have something mean to say. And I've already done my breaking down today. She'll be out there dancing while some stranger holds her tight. And I'll just tell her that I love her, and she'll just turn and walk away. And I've already done my breaking down today. broke down on the roadside south of San Antonio. Stood there crying in the pouring rain. Thank you. We're going to get into the next cowboy song segment.
Or cowgirl song.
Yeah, it's a cowgirl song.
Maybe.
You like that? Okay. Brittany just learned how to yodel on YouTube the other day. Yeah. How many yodeling tutorials were there on YouTube?
There's like 2.
Same lady.
Because we had this song requested that we learn the song, you know, and it's
there's a
Jerry
yodel
Jeff Walker does the song, okay, yeah, and there's a yodel part, and so I told Max, I said, I
we
don't know if
sang
I know how to yodel, so I
Well-
YouTube how to yodel.
We sang it for the person that requested it, and they're just looking at us dumbfounded. They're like, "You're not gonna yodel?"
Oh yeah, cause I just let the fiddle. We had a fiddle player with us, so we let her just do a fiddle rendition of the yodel.
Yeah, and Brittany
And
left
then
her
she's
fiddle
like-
at home, unfortunately. So
But I don't know how to play
that's
it.
another
so.
story. But anyway, just
Anyways,
learned to yodel on YouTube a few weeks ago. Here we go. Let's hear it.
While I was out riding, the graveyard shift, midnight till dawn. The moon was as bright as a reading light for a letter from an old friend back home. And he asked me, why do you write for your money? Why do you roll for short pay? You ain't getting nowhere and you're losing your share. Oh, you must have gone crazy out there. He said last night I ran into Jenny. She's married and has a good life. I sure missed the track when you never came back. She made the perfect professional's wife. And she asked me, why do you write for your money? Why do you roll for short pay? You ain't getting nowhere and you're losing your share. Oh, you must have gone crazy out there. But they've never seen the northern lights, never seen a hawk on a wing, never seen the spring from the grapevine. Oh, and they've never heard old Camp Cookie sing. Yo-lo-dee, 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 yo-lo-dee.
Yeah, baby. You can learn anything on YouTube, right?
So I read off the last of my letter, tore off a stamp for old Jim. When Billy rode up to relieve me, he just looked at my letter and grinned.
Thank you.
Yeah. Night Rider's Lament, Jerry Jeff Walker. But Susie Boggess did kind of the
Female
That's
version
probably
of
the
that.
rendition that would be most familiar to kind of what you just heard, I think. There's this really cool YouTube video of those two just sitting like we are, like
Who?
Susie and Jerry Jeff, and he's doing harmony. And she's actually playing guitar.
Oh, nice.
But, yeah, man, that's a fun one. I had something I was going to say. It'll come to me later. How we doing? Everybody good? You want to hear some more? Okay. It's your show. It's your show. I always laugh when I go to some big, like, stadium concert or something, like Houston Rodeo, and the guy gets up there, and they've obviously made it huge. Don't talk to me about what making it means, because we hear that all the time, and it is what you make it, I can tell you that. But I always laugh when they're like, yeah, man, just a year ago we were in Little Rock, Arkansas, and 5 people showed up. And I'm always like, yeah, dude, like, what do you expect? Like, you just started and you were opening a stadium? Like, that's everybody's story, isn't it? I don't know why that's, like, so profound, you know? You know what I mean? Like, oh, you mean you didn't just start yesterday and you're playing for 80,000 people, right? Is that what you're...
Wait, what? Like, they're saying, like, that's
Well, it's like everybody's story, you know? And I'll tell you one thing about our story is we've never had to play for 0.
Oh, that's true.
That's never happened.
Success.
For us, it's really about the journey, and I love every moment of it, truly, no matter what happens. And it's a lot easier when you just realize that you are not in the results business, you know? That's really up to God. We have very little control over that. We show up and do what we do. And I think that's a good... I wasn't even going to play this, but I just went on this weird tangent just now, and I feel like this song explains it a lot better than what I just said. But it's, for whatever reason, I don't know, it's the #1 streamed song of my catalog online. It's called God's Been Laughing at Me. Sitting there strumming on my first guitar, a lot of big dreams in my head. I made up my mind I was a country star, but nobody knew it yet. And so I got a little gig with a local band, and I made a few dollar bills, but never quite enough to pay my rent. So I had to take a day job against my will. Oh, God's been laughing at me, well, laughing so hard he could cry, as he wrote every scene in this fairy tale movie I call my life. Oh, I thought that I was holding the wheel till he snatched it out of my hands. And God's been laughing at me, you see, well, ever since he heard my plan. I'm finally making real money, working 8 to 5, with a little left over to spend. Yeah, single man soaking up the party life, buying drinks for all my friends. Then I met a pretty girl at the club one night. I wasn't looking for a lifetime thing, but that went wrong 'cause it felt so right. I spent my last dollar on a diamond ring. Oh, God's been laughing at me, well, laughing so hard he could cry, 'cause he wrote every scene in this fairy tale movie called my life. Oh, I thought that I was holding the wheel till he snatched it out of my hands. And God's been laughing at me, you see, well, ever since he heard my plans. I always told my baby about my crazy dreams,
make it as a music man. So she saved up and she bought me this brand new 6-string. She said, let's hit the road. Now here I am. Oh, and God's still laughing at me, but laughing so hard he could cry, as he wrote every scene in this fairy tale movie I call my life. Oh, I thought that I was holding the wheel till he snatched it out of my hands. And God's been laughing at me, you see, well, ever since he heard my plans. Oh, and God's still laughing at me, you see, well, ever since he heard my plans.
Thank you. I'm glad all y'all are tone deaf because the AC came on and this thing went wildly out of tune.
You think that's what it was?
That was an assumption. I don't know if you are or not. These might be the people I recruited at the liquor store earlier.
You did?
Oh,
Oh, they're scared.
golly.
Nope.
How scary do we look, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
$20, yeah, we're certainly.
Oh, yeah. They're like $20.
We still haven't figured out what we're worth yet. I will say this though, there's a decision you can make when we're our own booking agents, our own managers, it's us.
Whatever.
It's whatever you
It's us.
see, this is it. And there's pros and cons to that, The main pro being that all the money stays in our pockets, and we don't have to answer to anyone. But you make a decision. You're like, okay, so you can. What we do is we look at a map, and Brittany will say, I'd like to go see the Oregon coast. Okay, so I get on Google Maps. I go to the Oregon coast. I say, oh, here's a cool town, Cannon Beach. Okay, that looks cool. And then I'll just hover the Google map, the cursor over it, and I'll put live music. I'll just see what comes up, and we'll make some selections. And what we're really looking for is places like this where they appreciate the songwriter coming in, and people appreciate the songwriter enough to spend $20. But the easy thing to do is just like pick any old brewery, and we can go, and we would do it. We could have been at one of these tonight, and it would have been 50, 100, 150, 200 people.
Lots
Who
of
knows?
people, but doesn't mean they're
Lots-
listening,
Lots of
And
people.
we're
And,
appreciating the music.
and it would be, and we would still do it, and we still do it sometimes because we love it. But I would literally, I'd just play Chattahoochee for 3 hours, honestly. I wouldn't.
They wouldn't know.
And they wouldn't know. And I'm also convinced, by the way, in those settings, you could put Chris Stapleton in the corner of a room, and people going about their business into their conversation. You can't blame them. They went to the brewery to have their beer and be with their friends. It's not, and then the breweries are like, we're just going to have live music, and we're going to just put people in the corner. But Chris Stapleton could be, Jennifer Lopez could be in the corner of the room.
That was so random.
I know.
Where'd that come from?
I'm just saying, the
Very
biggest, Michael Jackson could be over there. And people would have no idea.
The flesh.
I don't know where I'm going with it.
Yeah, just sort of like hee hee.
But anyway, I say all that to say, this is what we love to do. I'll take 3 willing participants over 3,000 at a brewery any day. So thank you guys for coming over here. This is another one of Brittany and I's first time writing songs together. I go to Nashville a lot to co-write with other people, and so this was my first time sort of like inviting Brittany in on that process with another guy that I write a lot of songs with. And the two of us, I can guarantee this, the two of us guys would have never come up with what we came up with by bringing Brittany into the room, because her second verse was brought tears to my eyes for sure, just knowing some of the things that we've been through. But the song is called Your Company, and it's just a lot of what I've been already talking about tonight, which is I left a very secure, stable job. She left a very secure, stable job, and we decided to go all in. And the only thing that matters really is the people that we love in this world. And for me, it's her. Hopefully for you, it's me. And we just love each other's company. And so that's the song. I can't dig up the money to put down on a piece of land. I wish I could have put a bigger right there on your hand. You can buy all kinds of things, but the finest things are free. And all I want is your company. I've got all I need, sitting right next to me. I feel your heartbeat in harmony with mine.
I hope we get a chance to see a test with 2 pink lines and grow the family tree that we've been praying for each night. And even if all of that just isn't meant to be, all I want is your company.
I've got all sitting right next to me. I feel your heartbeat in harmony with mine. I've got all I need, sitting right next to me. I feel your heartbeat in harmony with mine. You're all I want, and all I want is your company. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a special one. We got that one recorded too, so I'm gonna play you now the one song that we do have out as the Flinns, and then Coyotes, The Only Way to Get There, and then Your Company will be the ones that, quite honestly, we've had recorded for a while, but it's just really, it's a, how do I say this? It's just, I don't know. I get cold feet about the whole thing. You know, there's 100,000 songs that go out to Spotify every single day. Every single day. How do you rise above that noise? I don't know. I haven't quite figured that out. But I do know that there's people with a lot of money in Nashville that just have their guys, like I said, pump out those videos ad nauseum, you know.
Yes. Exactly.
And you're right. You're absolutely right. And I've always said that. And that is truly the long game, you know. Unfortunately or fortunately, however you look at it. But, you know, you don't lose your soul in the process, which is, I think that's what's important, you know. And so, anyway, so this is the first one that we've released together. And I was dealing with a lot of kind of what we're already talking about. Just a lot of self-doubt, a lot of negative self-talk, and just just, you're not good enough, and what are you doing, and you can't sing, and you're spending too much time on social media. That's really the cure, is just get off of social media, right? Because then you're in that. I can't remember who said it, but comparison is the thief of joy, right? And so this stuff was robbing my joy, and the way that I got around it, and the way that I sort of found peace in all of this was just, I know people believe a lot of things in here, but I was raised to believe in God and in a Christian home, and there's the origin story that I believe in is that God created me and all of us with great purpose and intent, and that nothing happens by accident, and for whatever reason, I could go back in our story and tell you all the times where it was just divine intervention, one after the other. I didn't know that Brittany could sing when I met her. We met in a bar in Houston, and she didn't reveal to me until weeks later that she could sing at all. And I don't know what that is. It's not me, right? It's not like we decided, let's fall for each other because we're singers, And so little things like that just feel like little God nudges, that, hey, this is what I want you doing, so just keep doing it, no matter how many people show up. So this is the song that came out of that process. It's called I'm Still Holding On. Well, I've been used, scarred and bruised, knocked down to the floor. I paid the cost of battles lost, but I won't lose the war. I'm still holding on. I'm still holding on. The devil's hoping that I'll start folding, but I'm still holding on. I'm cutting ties with all the lies, playing tricks on my heart. So I'll fight, shine the light, it's been within me from the start. I'm still holding on. I'm still holding on. The devil's hoping that I'll start folding, but I'm still holding on. I don't believe this is all for nothing, so I'm still holding on. I believe God is up to something, so I'm still holding on. I'm still holding on. I'm still holding on. The devil's hoping that I'll start folding, but I'm still holding on. No, I'm not folding on. I'm not folding, yeah, I'm still holding on. I'm not folding on. I'm not folding, yeah, I'm still holding on. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Couple more, how we doing? All right, let's do it. I don't want y'all to leave without us saying goodbye or buying a t-shirt. No, you've already spent your hard-earned cash to be here, and we
Yeah.
really appreciate that. We got 2 Johnny and June segments of every show. This is one of 2, right? I said we got 2. This is one of 2. The math teachers.
No, I thought you said 2 more songs.
Well, I'm gonna start out a wall. Yeah, just you wait and see.
Guitar picker, you ain't leaving without me.
Oh, you this sound. I think we can. Well, I stole you hope a diamond, hoping I could shut your mouth.
Well, how am I supposed to wear it if I gotta hide it out?
Oh, you big mouth woman.
You long-legged guitar man.
Well, we gotta work this out. I think we can. Well, I bought you first class ticket on a luxury liner cruise.
I got out in that ocean, looked around, and there was you.
Oh, you big mouth woman.
You long-legged guitar man.
What are you yelling for? Well, we gotta work this out. I think we can. Well, I bought you big long limousine.
But I don't want no car. I gave my love and everything.
Oh, but you're still who you are. You're a big mouth woman.
You're a long-legged guitar picking man.
Well, we gotta work this out. I think we can. Well, we gotta work this out. I think we can. You're a big mouth woman, Brittany Flynn. That's what you are. You know that?
You're a long-legged guitar picking man, Max.
You got long legs too, though. Y'all heard that one before? Anybody? Well, Johnny and June, song 2 of 2, you will probably have heard of, I can assure you. That's the one. That's what we close every show with. But before that, I'm going to do a couple more, if that's all right with everybody. We're tired, got nowhere to be, you said.
Yep. Some of you are tired. Some of you are retired.
There's probably 100,000 people watching online right now. It's not even real. You know what I mean?
Totally.
It's all about us. Woo! You didn't have to tell me. I don't know.
28,000?
28 million, right?
Oh, 20 million?
It
Wow.
wouldn't change a thing for me. But y'all are here right now. If there were 28 million people watching us and you, would it matter? It would be so fake.
I don't want to deal with that many people. I just go,
Brittany doesn't like crowds.
I hate crowds. Too much. That's too much. Okay,
We're back in tune.
What you got?
We're back in tune. I don't know. We don't have a set list. We just got a bunch of songs
We have a list.
on a piece of paper.
It's a list, that's for sure.
But I just kind of feel where we're going. Okay, Brittany was request. Oh, you know what I got to do? This is interesting. Okay, Brittany is not a Texan. We didn't get to this point yet.
Yeah. Surprise.
Brittany's a. One of the viral moments I was telling you about was with this particular song because Brittany's from Minnesota. She's from northern Minnesota, which us Texans, heck, I don't know anything about Minnesota, to be honest with you. I know the Vikings. I know you got a bunch of lakes. The Mall of America rang a bell.
You know more about it now, but back then, you didn't know.
No clue. We just didn't have a lot. Like Houston did not have a large Minnesotan population. I feel like you got your Cajuns over here, coming over, and it seemed like there was some Michiganders, maybe some Ohio people, but just like your types of people, they weren't around. We didn't know anything about it, and Brittany moved to Houston. She just wanted to get out of the ice, right? I mean, that's the main reason.
Ice and snow, yeah. Just
she
wanted to
went
get
to-
out of the cold, dark
She
winters.
went to a job
long
fair
winters.
at the University of Minnesota, and there was a school district, one from Phoenix, one from Houston, and you just kind of said, "I'm going to one of these hot places," right?
Yeah.
Not knowing a soul. So anyway, but as you can see, she grew up listening and loving country music just like I did, and I was like, well, this doesn't seem right because every country song out there, none of them represent your people. It's all Chattahoochee this and Southern. It's It's unfair. So I took matters into my own hands, and I wrote this song for Brittany called Northern Girls Like Mine. And the Northern Girls of TikTok found the song. Yeah. There was even, one lady even went as far as to make a video, because I was talking about Minnesota, and I said Northern Girls, and she made a video with a map behind her, kind of a green screen kind of map, and she had drawn this whole deal. Meanwhile, my song's playing in the background, and she goes, and she's, Minnesota is not northern, and so she divided the country into chunks, of which Minnesota fell into the Midwest category. And I'm like, lady, listen,
It is in the middle, but it's
first
like,
of all, thanks for pumping my
there.
song, number one. Number two, I am from Houston, Texas, okay? Anything north of the Red River is north, okay? You know what I mean? So anyway. Today's country songs go something like this. A boy from Tennessee stole a kiss from Ole Miss. A girl from Georgia found love in the Alabama pines. It's like the whole world is south of the Mason-Dixon line. But if I may interrupt for a second, tell the story of my biggest blessing. I saw Minnesota beauty in a little blue dress. My Texas heart beat right out of my chest. She was kinder and sweeter than any girl before you, and we tied the knot on Lake Superior shore. A southern love story's fine, but all I'm saying is don't forget about northern girls like mine. Yeah, like mine. Well, she couldn't tell you what SEC means. Her Saturday love is flannel jeans. Her first whitetail buck was even bigger than mine. Grew up on Alan Jackson and knows every line just like I do. Yeah, she's country too, and without her I wouldn't have a clue about going ice fishing in 30 below, putting chains on the truck just to drive through the snow, and dancing along to the wolves and the loon while they're singing their songs to the summer night's moon. A southern love story's fine, but all I'm saying is don't forget about northern girls like mine. Yeah, like mine. She still got her accent, she still don't say y'all. It all made sense the day that I saw. Well, that Minnesota beauty in a little blue dress. My Texas heart beat right out of my chest. She was kinder and sweeter than any girl before you, and we tied the knot on Lake Superior shore. A southern love story's fine, but all I'm saying is don't forget about northern girls like mine. Yeah, like mine. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, so like growing up as a Texan, you know, the vacation spots were like Mexico and Colorado. The Coloradans know this very well. They're very well versed in the reactions that come up when they see a Texas license plate. And I already know. I know all about this. But if you truly, the Minnesota, we got married in Duluth, Minnesota, on the shores of Lake Superior. And if you truly want to see some beautiful free of any Texans country.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Like you feel like you're in a foreign country. I mean, honestly, you will never see like a guy with a Baylor hat walking around or anything. You know what I mean? And it's gorgeous, and it's I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. There's this whole road that goes from. By the way, I-35. Fun fact. Dead ends.
Yeah.
Dead ends right there in Duluth, Minnesota. And
Have you been? Awesome.
oh, you guys have been up there?
You should just ask people that first, because they probably know. Well, there we go. We should just ask that first. It's not. I know, but you know.
I hear it in your accent now.
I heard your accent earlier.
Brady
and I
taught me
wasn't
all
sure.
about catching walleye on the ice and everything.
Oh yeah.
Fish fries. I mean, it's a beautiful place. It really is. I didn't mean to sound like I was preaching to you. Yeah.
You sure are. Yeah. For real.
You can saddle the mosquitoes.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Yeah. There we go. Saddle some mosquitoes.
Well, they had us down for 90 minutes, so we'll just do one more, I guess.
All right.
There we go. Johnny and June, 2 of 2. Oh, that's Chattahoochee.
I was like, you
What
keep
am I
talking
doing?
about Chattahoochee. I
Forgot what I was doing there.
feel like
for a
you
second.
really want to play that.
I need to follow up Northern Girls with a Southern Girls song or something. We got married in a fever, hotter than a pepper sprout. We've been talking about Jackson, oh, ever since the fire went out. Baby, I'm going to Jackson. I'm gonna mess it around. Yeah, well, I'm going to Jackson. Look out, Jackson town.
Well, go on down to Jackson. Go ahead and wreck your hill. Go play your hand, you big talking man. Make a big fool of yourself. Yeah, go to Jackson. Go comb your hair.
Honey, I'm gonna snowball down to Jackson.
See if I care.
Well, night breeze in that city. Yeah, people gonna stoop and bow.
Ha!
And all them women gonna make me. Well, teach them what they don't know how. Well, 'cause I'm going to Jackson. Turn loose my coat. Yeah, well, I'm going to Jackson.
Goodbye, that's all she wrote. 'Cause they laughed at you in Jackson, and I'll be dancing on a pony cake. They'll lead you around town like a scalded hound with your tail between your legs. Yeah, go to Jackson, you big talking man, and I'll be waiting in Jackson behind my J-Pan fan.
Well, we got married in a fever, hotter than a pepper sprout. We've been talking about Jackson, oh, ever since the fire went out. Hey, we're going to Jackson, and that's a fact. Yeah, we're going to Jackson, ain't never coming back. Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming out tonight, man.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Appreciate that.
We appreciate
Yeah.
you guys.
This is super fun. Yeah.
Hey,
Brand new merch.
do it.
I have a bunch of Max Flynn merch, but she made me put it in storage.
Yeah, in a box.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Full circle.